Hey everybody, in this video we'll talk about solving a polynomial inequality problem type 1. So here we're given a polynomial that is already in factored form, which is nice. And the reason this is nice is because we can say that x minus 8 times x minus 2 times x plus 4 is my function, and I want to know where that is less than 0, but I'm going to check where it's equal to 0, because wherever it's equal to 0, I can check in between those points and find if it's above or below the x-axis. So the important points we're going to check are 8, 2, and -4. Now, we don't want our answer to equal 0 at that point, so I'm going to have an open circle at 8, 2, and -4. And then I'm going to check values in between, plug them into my function or my equation, inequality, and see what I get. So let's go ahead and test any point from -infinity to -4. Let's just check 8, -8. So if I plug that in, -8 minus 8 times -8 minus 2 times -8 plus 4. I'm going to write that small. This is going to be a negative times a negative times a negative, which is going to give me overall a negative. Okay. Now, if I were to check, let's say 0, 0 minus 8 times 0 minus 2 times 0 plus 4. Now 0 minus 8 gives me a negative. 0 minus 2 is negative. 0 plus 4 is positive. So this overall is going to give me a positive. Let's go ahead and check the value 5. 5 minus 8 times 5 minus 2 times 5 plus 4. 5 minus 8 is negative, 5 minus 2 is positive, 5 plus 4 is positive. Overall, I get a negative there. Now let's plug in 10. 10 minus 8 times 10 minus 2 times 10 plus 4. Those are all going to be positive, so overall I'm going to have a positive. Now what do I mean by positive, negative? What does all this mean again? Well, my output, doesn't matter what my output is, but my output within this interval of x values gives me a y value that is negative, or my graph is below my x-axis. That is what I wanted, because I wanted something less than 0. So my answer is going to go from -infinity to -4. And then the only other interval where my outputs are negative or below the x-axis is from 2 to 8. So in interval notation, I'm going to go from -infinity to -4. And then I'm not going to include anything from -4 to 2, but then I'm going to go from 2 to 8. And why am I not including -4, 2, and 8? Because there's no equal to sign there. So I don't want my function or my polynomial to be equal to 0. I want it to be less than 0 or below the x-axis.